It's the 9 at 9. They've got lots of wacky stories. You'll be feeling fine. Just set aside your worries. You'll be entertained. You'll be laughing till you're crying. I swear you're gonna find it satisfying.
All right, Patrick, you're first.
Number 9, with Notre Dame football in the news, it reminded us of an incredible story of a hero from the World War II era. Let me tell you, this reads like a movie, this story.
All right.
Mario Mazzutinelli was born in 1915 on the north side.
Okay.
When he was just a little kid, his legs were severely burned when he was playing in an alley, and a barrel where people burned trash fell on him. He suffered third-degree burns, but his father made him a wheelchair, and his mother took him to Chase Park at Ashland and Lawrence, and she would just leave him there for hours to figure out how to use his legs going again. It worked. His legs got better. He started just about every sport at DePaul Academy, which was in a building that is now the university in Lincoln Park. Notre Dame wanted him for football and sealed the deal by bringing an Italian priest to Chicago for a recruiting visit. In 1937, number 58 broke off a run and won the game for the Irish against rival USC, and they went on to win the national championship. He played for the Chicago Cardinals before heading off to World War II. After Pearl Harbor in 1941, he was captured by the Japanese and was soon part of the Bataan Death March in the Philippines. The Japanese gave the prisoners of war numbers. Mott got 58, same as his uniform. He thought that was a good sign as the enemy marched and subjected the emaciated Americans to just unspeakable abuse. A Japanese soldier saw Tinelli's soap case fall from his bag. He opened it to find Mott's Notre Dame ring. The soldier read his name and recognized it. That English-speaking Japanese officer gave Mott back his ring and told him, "I went to USC and I saw you break off that game-winning run." He handed him his ring, spared his life. Mott was under 130 pounds at this point, but he made it back home, played one football game to get his pension, and was then elected a Cook County commissioner.
Are you kidding?
He had a daughter, and he and his wife Mary lived out their days in the Chicago area. He passed away in 2003
Good Lord.
at 86 years old.
Now that's a life.
Right?
Are you kidding? How have I not heard that story?
How is that not a movie?
Are you kidding? Wow. And you told that story beautifully,
Yeah,
Patrick.
you did, Patrick.
Really
Listen,
nicely
a lot of
done.
heroes involved in that story. I don't want to lump myself into that category, but
You're in
it
the top
was,
1 or 2.
It was a hell of a read.
Yeah.
Really a nice
The way
Really
I
nice.
sold it.
That a boy.
Really nice.
Good for you. Hero. Number 8, welcome to the gates of hell.
Oh boy, now we're on the other.
Yeah, it's a massive fiery crater in the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan. The crater is 230 feet wide, and it's been on fire for more than 50 years.
Whoa.
1971, the Soviet Union drilling rig accidentally hit an underground natural gas cavern. The ground collapsed, and the entire rig fell in. Officials set the hole on fire in hopes of it burning out within a few weeks. Decades later, it's still burning.
Wow.
And it's believed somewhere on the other side of the gates of hell, the giant rig is still down there.
Yikes. All right, let's turn this around, Larry.
All right.
We need some good news here.
Number 7, there is actually a man named Miranda from
there we
Miranda
are.
Rights. So they
Wow.
were created in 1966 to protect the Fifth Amendment right to refuse to answer questions for people who are arrested. In 1963, Ernesto Miranda committed some serious crimes and then confessed. But he had not been told of his right to remain silent. His lawyers appealed his case all the way to the Supreme Court, which resulted in his convictions getting overturned. Miranda rights then became standard police procedure when arresting someone. The man Miranda was retried and found guilty.
Didn't work out that well
It
for
didn't
him
work
after
out.
all.
Oh, another sad story. Oh, well.
All right, we're learning a lot today, though,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
All right, number 6, check out this brick. It's like a Prohibition-era juice box. All you had to do was dissolve the box in water to make nice, wholesome grape juice, but unofficially, the bricks could be fermented into wine. The box even came with a warning how not to make wine. In 1927, the maker of the bricks was indicted by anti-alcohol officials who claimed in most cases the bricks were being used to make wine. These days, the bricks are very rare. This one is on display at a museum in Ontario.
Wow.
Huh.
All right, number 5, as a new homeowner, I'm always looking for the next big thing, of course. Here is one. Lego has a new wooden home decor line. The accessories are modeled after the iconic Lego building blocks. It's part of a new collabo between Lego and Danish design brand Room Copenhagen. The collection includes desk drawers, wall hangers, picture frames, and book racks for you people who keep books in your house taking up space, all with the Lego name on them.
Huh.
Number 4, have you tried an apple cider vinegar rinse? All the beauty influencers are talking about it right now. Keep in mind, you need to dilute 1 part apple cider vinegar with 4 to 5 parts cool water or lukewarm water. So don't just dump a bunch of apple cider vinegar on your head. That'd be a bad situation. So anyhow, once you wash your hair, spray the apple cider vinegar, massage it into your scalp, and let it sit for about 5-6 minutes before rinsing it out. The experts claim the old ACV rinse.
Who are the experts?
Yeah,
guys
good
like me.
question. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they claim?
They just say it restores the balance to your scalp's natural pH levels. It also unclogs your old hair follicles, helps get rid of dandruff, adds a lot of shine. Look what it's done for me. I've been doing this
I mean, it's
for the last
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
6-7 years. Locks are flying.
All right, number 3, these are the flames of Yanartis, which have been burning for 2,500 years.
Another long fire story.
Yes, this is a geological wonder in southwest Turkey. In the side of the mountain, there are dozens of little fires that are always burning. They are fueled by gas emissions that rise up through the rocks, and when the gas hits the air, it turns into flame.
Wow.
There's a lot of myths surrounding this because below these rocks are the ruins of the temple of the Greek god of fire, Hephaestus.
Oh, yeah, good old Hephaestus.
I really got to do some traveling. There's a world of things out there to see.
Yeah,
Really.
get
You
on
can just
that.
go home and stand in front of your oven, turn the flame on, and that
Yeah.
would be
See-
very
see a
similar.
flame.
It's the same thing,
Yeah.
basically.
The smoke hole is going to catch fire one of these days. We could just sit and wait for that.
All right, number 2, the first ever Golden Girls Convention is coming to Chicago. It's called Golden Con. It's set to take place the weekend of April 22nd through the 24th at the Center on Halsted. There will be all sorts of Golden Girls themed events, including parody shows, a costume parade, trivia, plus a pop-up bar. More details to come the closer we get to spring, but mark your calendar.
Yeah, is there an email list we could sign up for?
Eesh, no,
For
I don't have
updates?
that info, but
Put that on your calendar.
there we
Robin.
go.
All right, number 1, let's end with something wonderfully dumb. This is a video from the Japanese comedian Mr. Uexa. He was a finalist on France's Got Talent. He's doing the poker chip bottle challenge, something that isn't really a challenge. He just made it up.
All right. Wow. Look at there. Wonder how you came
that
up
is
with
a
this
talent.
idea.
I don't think I could do that.
Wow.
God knows I've tried.
It really is pretty
Come
impressive.
up with that idea.
All right. Over.
There it is.
I think we've seen it enough.
It's the 9 at 9.
It's the 9 at 9.
All right, clouds here.